Florida Boy Jay, the man who has been going live every day for the last 3 weeks, if not more, sometimes twice a day. Yes?
Nigga, we live. Nigga, we live right now. We had we just went to the other side of my apartment. I got a 2-bedroom, so I can go on the other side and keep the stream up and hop on your do the job, do the damn job. We did like a 4-hour stream around the Diddy topic today. I went, charged my phone, got something to eat, came back, bombs dropped in Iran. Now we streaming, we taking it from the hood. We taking it from the hood overseas, baby. What's good?
Okay, so I'm playing some video footage here this evening. I just played a young Latina crying in tears, and many people are on social media demanding black communities support them with regards to the ICE raids. Your thoughts, please.
Nah, Beasley.
Yeah, nah. We ain't got
time for that.
Support. No. Handle your handle. Go outside. Get stomped out. Get put on the curb. Get bit by the German Shepherds. Get hit the water hose.
And Rottweilers.
It's time for you to sacrifice for America or leave. Ain't no free passes. Ain't no you get to ride on the backs of the black people, or you get to tune out for the white people, because as you can see, you've been used as a pawn. The model minority thing is a myth. It's time for you to go, and salute to my state once again, putting the smack down on anybody that wants smoke. Don't come to Florida playing them California games. Get put up.
Hold on. Yeah. What is that sheriff's name? What is his name? Is it Wade? Guys, anybody? What is that sheriff's name? You saw the video, Florida Boy Jay?
Yeah, I sent it. I think I sent you one of the videos earlier today. I'm trying to see if I can find it.
Well, hold on. Stay with me. I'll play it again. If you got time, I'll play it. Hold on. Stay right there. You watching the screen?
Yeah, we watching it.
Yeah, OG.
Hold on. You got a gangster sheriff down there. Everybody hold on. Good God almighty. I need this man's name. Hold on a second. Let me fix my screen here. Hold on. What is this guy's
name? We told niggas in California.
Stop, okay? Share screen. Does anybody have this man's name? He outright says, "We will kill you." Here we go.
If you resist lawful orders, you're going to jail. Let me be very clear about that. If you block an intersection or a roadway in Brevard County, you are going to jail.
Let's go.
If you flee arrest, you're going to go to jail tight, because we are going to run you down and put you in jail. If you try to mob rule a car in Brevard County, gathering around it, refusing to let the driver leave, in our county, you're most likely going to get run over and dragged across the street.
Damn.
If you spit on us, you're going to the hospital and in jail. If you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital and jail, and most likely get bitten by one of our big, beautiful dogs that we have here. If you throw a brick, a firebomb, or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at, because we will kill you graveyard dead.
Damn.
God damn.
Florida Boy Jay.
Niggas ain't playing. Niggas playing that LA shit.
Wayne Ivey. I-V-E-Y. Are you there? Florida Boy Jay.
Yeah, we right here. We right here. We very proud, very inspired. He's letting you people know it don't matter how many Hispanics live and reside in Florida. Keep your ass in the house. Wait for ICE to come pick you up and see you cross back that water. We ain't got time to play coming outside, hitting the Hispanic electric slides for freedom. No, we sending the German Shepherds at you. You throw something at us, we putting you in a hospital. I ain't making threats. I'm repeating what the sheriff said.
Now, hang on a second. Do they have qualified immunity in the state of Florida, or is it more so based upon the counties? Qualified immunity. For him to make that type of statement, we will kill you, that could be considered I don't know, some type of concern, if you will. What do you know about
who?
To the citizens? The sheriff said...
No, it's not.
Listen, I'm asking you a very serious question. Do they have qualified immunity? Where is that? That county? Brevard Can you Google? Come on, I'm serious here.
Yeah, Brevard County.
How do you spell it? How do you spell it?
County. That's
Spell
around
it.
South
Navarre?
Brevard, spell it.
Brevard County.
N-A-V-A-R-D.
Brevard County. B-A County. Yeah, Brevard County.
Okay.
Navarre?
Qualified immunity is what I'm asking. If you don't know, can you Google?
I lived in that county in Florida.
Yeah, I'll Google real quick.
Okay, sit tight. Sheesh, that man said we will kill you. 105, one fam, I got your donation. I'm sorry, but all of us U.S. citizens need to hold one head together. These are trying times. We might not have a country left in the near future. Okay.
Whatever that means.
Johnny Too Cool tapping in. Okay, the Hispanic community deserves reparations. Blackie can wait as usual. Okay, he's trolling. Vic, I got your donation. Thank you for your support. And whilst Florida Boy Jay is Googling to see if qualified immunity is in that particular area, let me bring in area code 347. Are you there? Good evening. We're having a discussion with regards to Latinos crying out for solidarity. 347. Yes, no, maybe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just listen. Cry me a river. Let them cry out. Let them cry.
Okay.
So again, we don't get no support, and I think people have it confused. This is mainly about illegal immigrants.
Sir, your phone is going in and out. Do you want to make the adjustments or call back? You're breaking up.
Get out that corner, man.
Can you hear me?
Get him out.
It's a little spotty, but go ahead.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Cut it.
Can you call back? It's breaking up. I can't
that,
hear well as he keeps saying, can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right, Florida Boy J. Deeds just sent me a text message. Yes, they have qualified immunity in Brevard County.
Brevard or Navarre?
Where's Florida Boy J?
Is Navarre?
Yes,
Yeah,
no,
right here.
Qualified immunity.
Yeah,
you know the full definition.
We got it.
Do you know?
Yeah, we got it.
Full definition of qualified immunity is what I'm asking.
Read it out.
Read it.
What sovereign immunity? If in Florida, sovereign immunity limits government liability for damages caused by its own actions or the actions of its employees.
No, sir. Listen to me. Listen to me. Qualified, not sovereign. Qualified immunity is what I'm asking about.
Qualified, brothers. Find qualified.
Okay, qualified immunity. Read it out. In Brevard County, as the rest of Florida, the legal doctrine of qualified immunity applies to protected state and local government officials, including law enforcement officers, personal liability, and civil lawsuits.
Bingo. That's how he can make those types of statements. You see, they used to have qualified immunity in New York City. They took it away. That's why the police are so scared to interact with the public. That's just so, in case you didn't know. Qualified immunity, that's key with regards to that particular county. Hey, Boogie, I got your donation. I got guns to cripple sons.
That's right.
Is that considered a threat? I wouldn't say so, but thank you for your donation. Hang on, Florida Boy Jay. I got Gene Richmond on the line with me. Number 9, good to hear from you, sir. Thursday night, where do you want to chime in? Number 9.
Well, it's always a pleasure to be on the Star Report. Your callers are very passionate, also very racist, but very passionate, and I think that's what gives this show so much zeal. I love this show. But let's talk about solidarity for a minute in regards to illegal aliens and the solidarity that the Hispanic community, primarily the Mexican community, are calling for people of color, if you will. Let's just say that. The reality is, if you look on the other side of the spectrum, there are a lot of people, so-called black people, people of color that are calling for solidarity with their so-called Latino brothers and sisters. They're saying that if we don't align ourselves with them, we could be next. I mean, I've been watching the blogs. I've been watching what's going on online. This is a unique discussion because there's a lot of people that says, there is no solidarity. But then again, if you look at the other side of the spectrum, there are people calling for this unification of so-called black and brown people. So there are black people in America that are looking to unify and to have a form of solidarity in this situation. So it's a very unique time because there's both sides of this argument.
Can I jump in for a second? And I don't know any stats or data, but is it fair to say that many of those people are married to Hispanics or have children with them, so they feel some type of allegiance or commitment based upon, family and what have you?
Well, that's a very unique experience, and that might very well be. There could be an allegiance, a connection with Latinos in their family, their friends, in their workspaces.
Well, that's what I just said, sir, and I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
Well, yeah, I believe it because there's many reasons why people want to align. They can have family members, but there's also political reasons. People have a motive. There's always some sort of motive for why people do what they do. But also, if you look up, I ask people if you look up a man by the name of Cesar Chavez, not Hugo Chavez, the leader, but he was a Mexican American labor head, primarily in the late 1960s and the early 1970s. He was from Mexico and gained citizenship in the United States. The former governor, Jerry Brown, Sr. at the time, passed a labor act with Cesar Chavez at the helm, looking to keep labor with Mexican citizens and to keep away illegal alien Mexicans from coming across the border to take the jobs that these legalized Mexican citizens, Americans that we're having in the United States of America. So it's not just Mexicans that are speaking out against what's happening with the illegal alien issue. It's a citizen thing. So,
but now let me jump in for a second, Gene Richmond, because you and I are friends. You're conservative, so clearly you support the raids. Yes, no?
Oh, 100%, no doubt about it. No doubt about that. I think there's a very.
You're of Haitian descent, but you are an American first. Do you support the banning of some Haitians coming into America? Now there was new policies put into place. You support that as well?
I support banning. Yeah, I support bannings of all Haitians coming to America. I support banning of Venezuelans coming, Haitians, everybody coming in. A moratorium needs to be set. We need to stop immigration for at least 7 to 10 years, so we can clean this process up. The reality is, it goes back to our political structure, because a lot of people don't understand the biggest Amnesty Act was passed by a Republican president in 1986, and that was Ronald Reagan. So this is a cancer that started deep within the American body politic, because guess what? Cheap labor sells. And this is primarily goes back to what cheap labor is. The government is to blame for this. I mean, we look to point fingers, but the root cause is the government. The government could have put a stop to this 25 years ago. This wasn't an Obama problem. This wasn't a Joe Biden problem. This wasn't a Trump problem. This was a rooted issue in the United States government going back to the late 1990s. I mean, Ann Coulter spoke about this in her book, Adios America. It's a governmental issue that's been festering since the late 1990s. The government could have shut the borders if they wanted to. They could have.
Can I jump in and ask you to slow down, because you just zoomed by Ann Coulter's name, who I had many of her books. Ann Coulter said that this country owes black people reparations, not Hispanics. She made that clear, right? Slow down. Take it easy. You're moving a little fast.
Yeah, slow down, Haitian.
Well, I tend to move fast because this is a very passionate conversation. But Ann Coulter is 100% correct. She talked about it. She talked about the premise of the Civil Rights Act, the premise of these human rights policies. Where did it come from? It came from the spearheading of the African American or foundational Black American experience in the United States of America, and everybody else is subsequently leeching off of this process. And if you look at it, she's right. So, but again, it goes back to the fundamentals of American politics. Who's to blame here? It goes back to the American political structure. Politicians knew how grave immigration is, especially illegal immigration. They knew this was a problem, and they let it fester out of control. So this is not necessarily the American people problem. The root cause is always the United States government, and that's the reality.
Okay. Can I ask you to land your plane, and do you want to make mention of Ananda Lewis passing away from breast cancer? Any thoughts? I'm sure you watched her on TRL and Teen Summit on BET, and she was a really nice person. But any thoughts? Anything you want to say?
Oh yeah, she was. Amanda Lewis actually had a show on Sirius XM many years ago, and I had a buddy of mine who actually worked with her. He called her a gem. She was an idealist human being, very spiritual. She talked about spirituality, holistic wellness. She was a genuine soul, and she was a part of that wave, that TRL wave of the late 1990s and the early 2000s, and MTV and other different hosts and shows. She had her own talk show.
She really got her stride going with MTV, but she brought a very, very intelligent aspect to BET with Teen Summit. For those who don't know,
I remember watching that as a kid.
Just want to mention that. But hey, man, great to talk to you. Anything else you want to say? Final thoughts, final words, Gene Richmond?
Well, the final words is there's a reckoning coming to this country, and we're actually watching it unfold as we speak. In order to come across and reach salvation, there must be some sort of a revolution. And right now, Americans have to realize the only thing that matters is America first. It really doesn't matter what ideas that you have in regards to what you believe the structure should be. The only thing that should matter is the American sovereignty, the Constitution, and if you are an American, it's time to fight this.
Okay. Great to hear from you. Great to hear from you, Gene Richmond. Thank you, man. Okay. Everybody hold on a second. Where is Florida boy Jay? Is he still there? Did he? I think maybe he had to
still got some more
Florida boy Jay?
My nigga ain't done.
I didn't hang up on him.
My nigga ain't done. He ain't finished that word side.
Yes, guys. I didn't forget to mention Sly Stone, but I just didn't know if this audience today would really, want me to do a deep dive. I saw Sly Stone live. Oh my goodness. Early 80s at the Red Parrot in New York City. Anybody remember the Red Parrot?
That's going way back. Hell no. It's coke.
And he was wearing a sweatsuit.
Coke and bottle top.
And it was a small club, the Red Parrot. And he got busy, and oh man, they must have came on like 3 o'clock in the morning. But I saw Sly Stone live. That's all I can say. Thank you for your donation, Destroyer of False Prophets. Okay. Okay, support for the machine. Thank you so much. And I just sent a donation. Pardon me. Okay, I got your donation. Thank you. Is it Van? Thank you, Van. I got your donation. Okay. Let me go to area code 313. Hey there. Good evening. We're having a discussion with regards to Latinos crying out for solidarity from black communities. Are you there? 313?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yep, I'm here.
How are you? Where do you want to start?
Good. How about yourself? Thank you for having me on. Tonight we're discussing should FBAs support this
Well, that's up to you, sir. Latinos are crying out, demanding your support. Where do you fit in?
I feel like they don't have a leg to stand on. Right. They're in the country illegally, so what's their argument? What's the argument they use?
What about the ones who are not here illegally and they have family members who, in their minds, are being mistreated? What about those?
If they're illegal, they got to go.
You got to go through the due process. You got to go through the due process. I mean, it's a process. Nobody's above it. Yeah, I tell them like they told FBAs, just do what the officers say. Yeah. Just do what they tell you to do. You'll be all right.
Comply. Yeah. Why don't you comply?
Comply. Exactly.
Come on. I'm listening.
Yeah, that's my stance on it. Now, I feel bad, but it is what it is.
Thank you for the call, sir. Thank you. All right, folks, if you have something to really add to the conversation, please call me. But please don't call me saying, it is what it is. Come on. I got more videos to play. Let's have a healthy, robust conversation. Hey, Evelyn, I got your donation. Evelyn, are you calling in? I appreciate you, as always, your support. Kill Mo Lemonade, got your donation. Okay. Are you on the line, sir? This might be him right here. Area code 202, is that Kill Mo Lemonade? Did I say that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good to hear from you, sir. Thank you for your support. Where do you want to start?
I want to start by saying R.I.P. Ananda Lewis.
Absolutely.
I saw her face to face. She's a beautiful woman. I saw her at the Legal Seafood on K Street, Northwest D.C.
Okay.
I'm from D.C.
Okay.
Beautiful woman, like bad. She was bad. But anyway.
She smelled good, too.
I want to say.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, man. She was something else. She was something else. But anyway. So Latinos talk behind our backs regularly in their own language.
Yeah.
Okay? Latinos talk behind our backs regularly in their own language, right? I see it all the time. I know people who have been to the Fed who told me that they were like part of the black group, and they knew, and the black people like valued them because they spoke Spanish, and they would find out what the things the Spanish people would be saying. You see what I'm saying? So they regularly do this. A place where I produce out of my this commercial kitchen that I share.
Okay.
Anyway, the Latinos there, they always, they do a lot of telling, they do a lot of, picking. They know that their numbers are greater than us. They're 64 million. We're 40 million. But the thing is, it's like in that movie Juice, right? He said, "You got the juice now," right? I ain't trying to sound corny, but it's true. They know that we have, okay, so they might not know this, but I'm going to say it. We have 13 black billionaires, and we have 2 million black millionaires. And 1 out of every 10 blacks basically owns a home. So we have way more juice than the numbers that we even have in comparison to them. You see what I'm saying? Okay. They might got us by the numbers, and I thank God that Trump is getting rid of them, because I have respect for everybody, you know what I mean? But they're kind of arrogant because we actually paved the way for all these immigrants that are illegal. We paved the way for even the legal immigrants. We paved the way. They don't. A lot of people aren't educated. Like, Benjamin Banneker, he wasn't a slave, and he built D.C. You feel me? Yeah. A lot of people aren't even knowledgeable about that. They don't know that, like, we created touchscreen technology. Yeah, we created
Benjamin built the clock.
Cordless technology, the toilet, the modern day toilet, the modern day refrigerator. It's just so many things that we've created and invented.
Well, now, blacks didn't invent everything. You're not one of those people, are you?
No. But not at all. Because
they stole everything for let's not do that.
Man, I live in the hood, and I got to deal with niggas every day. So I ain't one of them. Okay. But I did just say some facts.
But now, hang on a second. You just became foundational Black American. Were you a Christian at any point in your life? God-fearing Christian?
I'm a Christian now.
Oh, okay.
I'm a God-fearing Christian now.
So your brown brethren needs your support. What is your Christian?
They're not my brethren. They're not my brethren. Unless
hang on, sir. Can I speak? Can I speak? What does your good book say about helping others in their time of need? And mind all the FBA stuff. What does the good book say?
Well, it says, this is what it says. It says, obey the laws of the land. In Romans chapter, I believe it's 13. So these are the laws of the land that they're breaking. They're not obeying it. See, I don't have a problem with Latinos, Hispanics, or whatever, who are here legally. My father's African. He came here legally. My mother's American. But he came here. I wasn't raised by my father. Don't get me wrong. But nonetheless, that's who he was. He came here legally. He was happy about America. He wasn't raising no flags of Africa. He wasn't doing none of that. He came here, got in line, and assimilated. See, they want to come here and do their own thing and put their own twist. They want to set up all type of places in this country without having to know English. You know what I'm saying? They don't really respect us. They don't really feel that they need to have to really earn anything. You see what I'm saying? And because they've seen this for years. But I want to say this though. mankind only respect bloodshed. Slaves had to kill. You understand? Get in line. Kill. We killed for our freedom. They're not gonna kill for what they want. When I say y'all, I'm talking about the Latinos. If y'all want to come in and you want to switch things up and come here illegally and you want to like overthrow America and do it your way, kill, shed blood, because mankind only respects bloodshed. The authority of America, the authorities that have already been set, the laws have already been set. We already have authority. If you want to override that authority and do your own thing, kill.
Okay. So I have to take other calls. I appreciate your support. Thank you.
And I just want to say that I just want to say one last thing is that,
sir, I have to take other calls. I gave you more than enough time. Thank you. Gave you a lot of time. Penelope, I got your donation. Thank you so much. For those who don't know, Ananda Lewis was diagnosed back in 2019 with stage 3 breast cancer. She opted against the double mastectomy doctors recommended, at the time for surgery. She chose a different path. She regretted that. I saw some footage where she said she wishes she had gone through a traditional medicine approach, if you will. Her mother had breast cancer as well. But I'm here to remember the good things about her, And thank you, Deeds. Deeds sent me something here with regards to qualified immunity for law enforcement in Florida. Holy smokes. This is pretty heavy. Let me put this in the live chat. You see, this is why that sheriff can make the statements that he made. He said, "We will kill you." Sheesh.
Kill.
It's in the community section if you care to. Wow, that was. Thank you, Deeds, again. Thank you so much. Okay. Charlie says Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers. Ain't that a bitch? Yeah, wasn't that 2 days ago? And supposedly he's married now. Not that I care. I don't know.
Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers.
I was rooting for him back when they beat the Eagles and Michael Vick. If you go into my Instagram page, somewhere down there, you'll see me at get the name of that club in Philly. I was talking hella crazy in Philly. Is that Elvis, the Chef Rosenberg? Thank you for tapping in, sir. Thursday night, Big Elvis. Let's go.
Big Elvis Rosenberg, I am here, Carl.
Good to hear from you, man.
Great show.
Thank you.
Oh, your whole week has been amazing.
Thank you, man. Where do you want to start? How about we start with Ananda? Come on, Big Elvis. What?
Oh yeah. I was thinking the reason why she probably passed is because she had a man like me that told her how perfect they were. She couldn't get rid of them. She didn't have the heart. They were so perfect. Jesus, she was so beautiful. Mm-hmm. Loved her, man.
And she was a nice person. She wasn't tripping. She wasn't, flaunting her beauty in an arrogant way. And I think that's what really resonated with a lot of people. A very genuine approach. Go ahead.
Right, yeah. True. I've been thinking a lot about the migrants. I'm in Red Hook, and they've been going all through Red Hook, and they got people, all the liberals, they have signs all up in
Red Hook, Brooklyn. For those who don't know, this is a worldly show. Red Hook, Brooklyn.
Red Hook, Brooklyn, son.
Yes,
Full Hampton and all that.
Correct. Red Hook, Brooklyn, New York City. And Red Hook, Brooklyn, New York City, the liberals are putting up signs. No ICE, to get away and all this kind of stuff. They're like closing the doors, and like the delivery guys that work the few shops that we have here, because, it's like a little community. And they're like really going hard. And, I think people are picking sides. I was up at the supermarket they got over there, and I was like kind of a little uncomfortable because I was like, yo, they got to go home. They got to go home, man. But here's another thing. You know, we talk a lot about. We don't give any like stock advice, but you know, I always talk about the one stock that's filling up. They're gonna fill up.
Big Elvis, I don't want to do anything with stock. Let's not do that. Let's get back on topic here. Latinos crying out for solidarity from Black communities. You're in the New York tri-state. So what do you think nationwide? I mean, there's protests kicking up in different cities. Atlanta, they're shooting in Atlanta from what I saw earlier.
I see niggas in Chicago running through fucking crowds with his car, just driving through.
I think this is gonna fizzle real quick, man. I just don't see this. I just don't see no real uproar happening. I think they're just gonna pay Antifa like they've done before, and they're gonna stage it to make it look like things are popping, when things are really not. Things are really not. You know, they're throwing garbage around here in New York. You know, New York is full of suckers anyway, so sorry about that. But I do know across the country there is a lot of things happening. I don't see it really popping off because this is legislative, man. How are you going to solve something by riding in the streets? I mean, people got to use some more imagination. I'm sick of these.
Is it all a psyops, Elvis? Is it some type of conspiracy before you go?
Yes. Of course, it's a psyop. Yes. It's a distraction. It's a political distraction.
It's a distraction, and it's all part of the simulated. Simulated? What do we live in again? I forget.
Oh, we live in possibly we live in a construct in which the earth is flat, round, concave, all at the same time. You know, all of this.
And the Latinos are actors. Can we agree on that before you go? These Latinos are actors.
They're not even Latino. They're white people. They're Anglos. They're all They're not even Latino.
Oh, it was great to hear from you.
Well,
thank
come
you.
on, forget about it.
Thank you, sir. It's all part of this simulation. They're actors. No, de los Santos got your donation, sir. Thank you. This donation is for Tuesday's research. So thank you so much. Thank you. That video, it didn't get the numbers. Barely in any Cash App support. Thank you so much. Let me get Deed's information on the screen for those of you who care like this man does about that research show about healthy eating, fasting, and a holistic healing. Deeds did a lot of research on that show. I think she got 2 donations total now. I pay Deeds, don't get it twisted, but at the same time, you know, there was a lot of work put into that show, and salute to Lisa. She's a yogi. She's also very, very knowledgeable, certified, if you will, with regards to the discussion. Salute to her again. She put a lot into that particular episode. All right, there's Deeds information on the screen if you guys want to support Deeds. Hold on for the show with regards to healthy eating, okay? Thank you for your donation. Anonymous 5. Give a helping hand to the people doing the right thing. Okay, thank you so much. And Alejandro, good to hear from you, sir. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Florida Boy Jay. His phone probably died. He's been going live every day, like 2 or 3 times a day. I sent him a text message.
You need to get a motherfucking
Camera.
camera.
Online here. Area code 469.
Can't be using your
hey
phone
there, late
today.
night. We're talking about Latinos crying out for solidarity. What say you? 469?
Hey, what's up, Star? This is Troy from Texas,
Hey, man. How are you, sir?
Oh, what's going down in Texas?
Hey, I'm doing good about yourself.
What's going down in Texas?
Yeah, man. It's crazy that everybody's saying that, black people, you need to have solidarity because you're the next. How can black folks be next when the immigration issue started with black folks? It's y'all who's next. You know,
can I ask you not to giggle, sir? I don't know where you're going, but now immigration versus, people brought here against their will is 2 totally different things.
Exactly. Voluntary.
Yeah.
Voluntary.
Involuntary, okay? But now we have Latinos across social media who are saying, hey, we supported you guys. We were there during Black Lives Matter.
Get that shit out of here. Get that shit out of here. Give a fuck about
So
that.
is it like a token that's like you trying to cash in on it or something? It's payback time now.
You tell me. I don't.
That just sounds disingenuous. That makes it sound like when you were there for us, it wasn't from the heart. It was just it's just like, hey, I got your back, you got my back type of thing. And It's not really like that.
Is today's generation different from the generations of 40, 50, 60 years ago? The racism that clearly has been a part of the Latino, Hispanic communities throughout mankind's time.
It still exists.
Are they different now?
Yeah. I mean, I think people back then, at least people that were protesting and doing whatever back then, 40, 50 years, even, 40, 50 years ago, that we're talking like the 70s now. That's not, but I mean, even back then, people were more specific on what they were fighting for. Now, I think a lot of the issues are so conflated that a lot of people aren't really clear on what they're fighting for, because now they're out in the streets. If you're trying, the idea that that what's going on with the Hispanics immigration, that's all conflated with Black civil rights, with the LGBT issues, as well as what's going on in Palestine. And now you got a whole, World War III popping off right now with, going on in Israel and Iran. So that issue is going to be conflated in it too.
Sir, you lost me. You jumped from Palestine to World War III. Are you on a perk 10? With all due respect, I'm lost.
No, I'm just saying that if you're somebody that's out there protesting nowadays, you're conflating all these issues as one type of thing. Like when you go to the protest now, you're going to see Mexican flags, Palestinian flags, LGBT flags, all and then the BLM or whatever. So it's like all this stuff has been conflated as one singular issue. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like the difference in people now versus.
Might you be a Christian, sir? You're a Christian?
No.
I appreciate the call. Thank you, sir.
All right.
I wasn't trying to be rude, but it just sounded like he was on a perk 10, not necessarily a perk 30. But I just can tell sometime when they and then they start giggling. Peace, Shazam. I got your donation, sir. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure. Someone says Black Americans stay out the streets. I agree. Who is that? It's Pow. Got you on the screen. Yeah, stay out of the streets. There ain't no place for you. Gregory, I got your donation. Thank you so much via Cash App. Cancer survivor, 7 years now. Salute to you, sir. Salute to you. I've been working on borrowed time. I had that liver transplant in 2008. Thank you, Big Elvis. I got your donation. Okay, and somebody sent me some. Okay, guys, I can't watch a clip right now. Thank you. Tony, can you send me a video link? I can't download a video and then I can't do that. Blade, what's going on with you? Okay, and Rory sent me more stats. Thank you, Rory. Who's been on hold here for a while? Area code 910. Thank you for your patience. Are you there? Thursday night, we're having a discussion. 910. Yes, no, maybe? Give me a second. There might be a delay. I can't keep you on hold for too long. Are you ready? 910. Thank you. Good night. Area code 951. Are you there? 951.
Yes, I am.
Hey, good evening, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. What's up, Star?
Hey, man. It's cracking.
It's Rolling Riz on the check-in, man.
Okay. Where do you want to start, sir?
Well, I'm a Mexican-American. I'm Mexican, whatever you want to call me. I'm here in Cali.
Okay.
Like, I'm right here. Like, everybody talking from the outside in. Like, everything is being polarized. Like, you putting, like, Latinos crying out for nobody wants support. We got this. We got this under control. You know what I mean?
So never mind the 20 videos that I have with regards to sources. You're saying, nah, that's just people doing the most for clout on social media. We don't need no help.
Well, I mean, media is doing its part, trying to polarize this whole this whole thing. Like anybody who lives in LA knows that it's not really what's going on, what's being on social media or the news or whatever. It's being polarized. So it ain't no riots out here. There's a few fools acting crazy and shit, but we got it under control. Like we
propaganda.
ask for help.
It's all propaganda. You know, let us handle our business, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Propaganda, of course. I mean, we all know what's going on with the Trump administration trying to come in and bully people. We're the first. We'll get the first bullets. We got this.
You have the floor.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I've listened. We asked for help from African Americans because you guys set the stage. You guys set the blueprint on how to revolt. Black Panthers, Malcolm X. You guys set the stage. You guys set the blueprint. We won't give you all the credit about that, but I mean, this is our fight right now. We ask for help, and that's about it. If you don't want to give it, it's all good.
Well, I appreciate your call. You do support this machine, so I'm in no rush.
So you did
now,
ask.
what about some of these other Hispanic groups across the nation who may be using this particular situation for their advantage? You are of Mexican descent?
Yes, mama, papa, Mexican. I was born here.
Okay. What about some of these Puerto Ricans and Cubans who, you know, they speak Spanglish, not even Spanish? Do you guys still
look at.
Okay.
All right, look at. I mean, Latinos. Look at. We're a bunch of ignorant fools. I mean, we're as dumb as they come. But I mean, we have a few of us have to speak for us. Most of us dumb fools. You know what I mean? Like, but again, we're gonna take care of them. Stupid people. I mean, smart people. It doesn't matter. If you're gonna fall around like and support this, at the end of the day, support or not, they fighting us. They come to get us, so we're gonna fight back, and that's the bottom line.
Stay with me. I don't want you to dumb down your heritage, your culture, just because you're calling in and you know you may think that the tide is against you. It's not. I've actually said a lot of nice things about Chicanos and Mexicans over the decades. You've heard me say that, yes?
Oh, of course. I mean, you give a lot of you were out here in Cali.
Yeah.
You've been up and down in Cali. You were everywhere.
I go back to Cali to the mid '80s. So my road trips, my last one that I took from Seattle all the way down to San Diego, I've been to places that most people would never even consider going. Some of those small Chicano Mexican towns along the Pacific. So so the raids, some would say, and again, I'm not rushing you, some would say that there's a marginalizing going on. Do you feel that people are being mistreated? Because, you know, California used to be Mexico, but they sold it, right? They sold it. It wasn't so much taken, they sold it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, the Mexican government back in those days were greedy. They didn't give a damn. They had a bunch of land. They didn't care if they lost some more. But look at, I mean, look at Mexicans here. We're here. You've been in California. I mean, would you agree that California's a mess because us Mexicans are here?
No, I wouldn't say because Mexicans there. Again, I've had great experiences, but that's just my own opinion, you know. I am concerned about illegals and people who come here and they're not vetted properly. I am concerned about that. I most certainly am. I'm a conservative voter for the most part. I have been for over 35, 36.
And I do acknowledge that some people vote conservative, some people vote Democrat, but I mean, I feel like this politics has nothing to do with this because immigrants, I mean, America has a history of using immigrants to their advantage and then using them for profit and then blaming them for all the problems of America. This is just a history repeating itself. Mexicans been getting kicked out for the past 100 years. What else is new? It's just different time.
Okay, well, listen, before you go, what do you think about the history of, let's say, you know, the hatred towards African Americans coming out of Mexico, because there's I forget the name of that group in Mexico. That they're black Mexicans. It's a very it's an old group. But what about the institutionalized hatred from Mexicans towards blacks? Any thoughts on that?
Me personally, I don't like it. I'm American. Okay. I'm of Mexican descent, so I'm trying to look out for the Mexicans here in America. Mexico, that's the thing. People waving Mexican flags in LA have nothing to do with the government in Mexico. People use the flags to identify that neighborhood is strictly Mexican. The government of Mexico has nothing to do with it. If people racism is everywhere. America, Mexico, Vietnam, China, black, white. Everybody wants the skin tone it's a worldwide thing. It's not just here in America. Like here in America, because this is the biggest stage, that's why it's kind of like polarized more. But that's a world thing. Like, I mean,
how close are you to East Los Angeles? East Los Angeles.
No, I stay in Pomona, California.
Oh,
I lived in LA, but I'm right here in Cali. Like I born and bred. I have my mother.
Wait. You eat high up on the hog, so you're nowhere near East Los Angeles.
Yeah, nigga, you ain't about to 10.
Oh, Pomona is like East Los Angeles.
Nah, nigga. Nah, nigga.
So not the old East Los Angeles that I used to know. Pomona's nice.
Well, Pomona's very.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's some nice parts, but there's ghetto parts everywhere, and Mexicans live in the ghetto parts.
That's not over.
Have you ever done a drive? I hate to be silly. Have you ever done a drive-by?
Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
People. Come on.
Don't answer that.
That was a stupid question. Hey, man.
Don't answer that.
I appreciate you. No, it's okay.
Don't answer that.
Good.
Don't answer that.
I appreciate calling.
Fuck out of here. Get him off the line, nigga.
It's a pleasure talking to you, man.
You don't know when you.
All right, cool.
Mexican people, good people. Oh my God, I've told you this before, and I will say this again. Back in the late '80s and the early '90s, I always used to go buy my Coke fish scale. Right over there near MacArthur Park. I never got beat. I never got robbed. For years, back and forth to Cali, and then when I was national director at Virgin Records, I could count on the Chicanos. 2 o'clock in the morning. Take a drive from North Hollywood down there. Oh, great people. Hold on a second. What is this guy calling me back for? Hold on. Okay, he hung up. White boy Rory was calling back.
Oh, what happened to Rory? I ain't hear that nigga in a minute.
Here's my guy. Wait a minute. Whoa. Check-in report. Good to hear from you, sir. Yes, sir.
Salute, Star. Salute.
You see the title,
nigga?
Man,
He knew.
Latinos crying out
This nigga knew.
for solidarity.
Yeah,
with the black community. Come on, sir.
I wanna know where is Fat Joe? Where is the Latino American community?
Illegal.
Why aren't they stepping up? You know, over 60% of Latino men voted for Donald Trump. 60% of Latino men voted for Donald Trump. Why aren't they on the front lines? I want to see the Latino hip-hop community on the front lines. I want to see them. I don't call on the black man to come. No, we're not trying to be martyrs. We're not trying to be martyrs for your cause. You go out there, you galvanize the Latino hip-hop community, and y'all go on the front lines, and y'all do what y'all have to do. You don't need a black man to bail you out this time. That's how I feel about it.
Did you see that gangster sheriff down there in Florida? Hold on a second. What is his name?
Oh man,
Wayne Ivey. Damn.
So we will kill you.
Yeah, I kind of respected it. You know, I respected it. You know, I think it was a bit.
Say, this ain't California.
We'll shoot you if you throw a brick at us. That's a bit much. But
they put you in the hospital.
No, sir. They've got qualified immunity.
The police put you in the hospital.
From what I can see,
put you in the hospital
in the entire state. So they can say reckless shit like that. Yeah, and you can't sue them. Go ahead.
That's state of Florida. They different.
I mean, well, if that's the case,
state
then,
of Florida.
That's what the,
you don't want to go
that's what the state law is, and I have to respect it. I have to respect it.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're not wrong. I mean, a lot of these officers and a lot of these, I mean, they are being targeted, and they are. I mean, I've seen a lot of the videos where they're destroying the vehicles. They're doxing the officers working. I mean, even like the local police officers. The local police officers, they're not really getting involved. They're just more so just there to be there. Right. They're allowing the ICE officers to do their job, and they're doxing the local police department. So it's out of hand.
Now you as a proud and strong foundational Black American, what are your thoughts on some of the Latinos who are, saying, hey, we were there for you during the Black Lives Matter
that shit is
era.
bullshit.
No, what about
that
now?
Shit ain't real.
This is what they're saying on social media. This is real.
We ain't needed you. That was
I'm gonna be honest. I was outside for a lot of those Black Lives Matters protests, and I didn't see a lot of Hispanic people out there. I'm gonna be honest. I seen a lot of white people. A lot of white people, a lot of Black people. A lot of Caribbean people. I didn't see a lot of Hispanic people. I'm not saying now. I live in Long Island now, but I didn't see a lot.
You living good too, nigga. You living good too, like the other nigga from Pomona, nigga. Yeah, that's our city limits, nigga.
I didn't see a huge demographic of Hispanic people coming out for those Black Lives Matters protests from what I was seeing.
Hold on a second now, because this is a fact that the coronavirus pandemic did help the George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter protests. You see, back during that time, people wanted to get out. So people were in the streets. Now, were they there to support BLM? That I don't know. If you ask me, not really. We didn't see them on the front lines getting stomped out, rubber bullets and things of that nature. And even though George Floyd was he was like I don't want to kick his backhand, but people were outside. So if one did have to make an argument for Hispanics and Latinos being in the streets, it was because coming out of the COVID-19 pandemic, you want to get outside. Go ahead.
I absolutely agree with that premise. A lot of people were suffering from cabin fever. They've been in the crib, all summer. I mean, with a mask on. I mean, a lot of people wanted to get outside the house. They wanted something to do, something to be a part of. Right. So, I mean, I would definitely agree with that. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Hey,
get some free shit, Knock over some stores, get some free Nikes.
Hold on a second. I want to put your information on the bottom of the screen. Guys, I'm talking to the check-in report.
Number 9 got way more games.
Now I got a showrunner for you somewhere here. Any thoughts on Ananda Lewis? Or you were a very young man when she was putting it down.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar, but I'm not too familiar. But I mean, any Black woman that was doing the thing at that time, as far as being a VJ, I believe that's what they called it back then. I mean, I respect it. I respect it.
Very smart. And her and I used to talk about books and stuff like that. But anyway, listen, I'm going to play a video here with regards to Felix Tarino. How do you say his last name?
What?
In case you don't know, because you are a man of history yourself. This guy was the former president, the League of United Latin American Citizens. This is the guy who said, once upon a time, let the Negro fight his own battles. His problems are not mine. I'm going to play the video right now, okay? Have a good evening.
Let's see that. Let's see what this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Salute.
Let's see what the Germans say.
Everybody hold on a second. This is the man right here. Again, once upon a time, in case you don't know, his last name is spelled Tijerina. Pulled himself up by the bootstraps. He said, very famous quote from him, let the Negro fight his own battles. His problems are not mine. Give me a second. Here we go. Little throwback for you.
His first word of English was ketchup. He taught himself the second language so he could move from busboy to waiter at the original Mexican restaurant on Main. It was a defining choice for Felix Tijerina. He would soon open his own eatery. The first one failed. But in 1937, with money his wife Janie had won at the local horse track, they opened Felix in an old house on Westheimer, and 10 years later moved into a building that would become a Houston landmark, the first of a chain of Tex-Mex places that bore his name. Success in the restaurants led to a place in the business community, first in organizations like Mexico Bello and LULAC, and expanding into mostly Anglo groups such as the Rotary and Variety Clubs. In the late 1950s, during a run of 4 consecutive terms as national president of LULAC, Felix began a program called the Little Schools of the 400. The idea was to prepare Spanish-speaking preschoolers with 400 basic words of English before they started elementary. In towns across South Texas, graduation rates began to improve. His work was not without detractors. Some in the Latin American community found him too conservative and too focused on assimilation. But there is no denying that Felix Tijerina had worked his way into being an American success story. Though Felix's restaurants are no more, he's remembered by a generation of Houstonians as both a solid community leader and a genial provider of South Texas comfort food.
Okay. Just wanted to give you a little history for those who care. Felix Tijerino, that's how you say his last name. Again, for those who, you want to source sometimes with regards to the things that we discuss, or for your own personal research, okay? So anyway, the point of me playing that is because someone like him who clearly was a man of substance, a pedigree, if you will, he had a lot of influence with regards to Hispanics here in America, okay? Just want to say that. Let me go to area code 503. Hey there, late night, having a discussion. Latinos crying out for solidarity from black communities. Are you there? 503. Yes, no, maybe. Got to keep it pushing. Let's go to
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
Yes, you're referencing, like some historic. So, when was the last interaction that you had with a Hispanic or Latino person that was positive?
That was positive? You said positive?
Yes.
Yes, my landscaper. Are you on a speakerphone? Can you come closer so there's not an echo and I can hear you? Yes, I'm
on T-Mobile.
Okay. My landscaper, great guy. He comes here every 2 weeks, and he has his team with them. Great people. When I go to Publix supermarket, there's a very wonderful young lady. She's of some type of Mexican descent. We smile. We have light conversations. Yeah. So I do interact. Yes.
Okay. But I noticed that in the previous episodes, you are talking about Thomas Sowell. And, he's a historian. He's not really making things up. He's just kind of stating facts about, as a historian, he can't really criticize or make his own opinion about things.
Well, can I ask you to bring it up to tonight, tonight's topic? That was the show. I gave people plenty of time to call in, email, and what have you. I mean, I'm here to talk, not that I have all the answers, but what about the Latinos crying out for solidarity? That's our main focus tonight. You take issue with that, or?
Well, as far as like South American, most people are crossing the border through Mexico, so you can't really dictate who is who and who's really starving and who's really, actually out there to pursue, say, the American dream.
I'm trying to understand your point. Can you be a little bit more detailed? What is your position? Are you in support of the raids, or are you against them? What is your position?
It doesn't matter whether I'm in support they're happening. If you're out there,
No, I'm asking your position. You're calling me.
You said that you didn't know. Okay. You didn't know what a Chicano was.
Lower your tone, bitch. I'm trying to be nice. Don't push my button. Okay.
Let's go. I'm sorry. Let's go.
Goofy bitch. I can go there.
Let's get it.
No.
Okay. What is your position?
Okay. No.
What the fuck is that?
No, I'm just saying. I'm in Portland, Oregon, and I work for the people in equivalent to Skid Row up here. So
Okay, well, I don't give a fuck about Portland, Oregon. I'm talking about the Latinos nationwide. Are we having a conversation?
Okay. Yes.
Please.
No, I'm saying, no, but so some of these people really are starving, and some of them aren't. How can you tell the difference? It's kind of confusing.
I can't tell the difference. I'm not an ICE agent, but I voted for Trump, and I'm pleased with what he's doing. Now, can you give us your position? You work in Portland, Oregon, or are you saying people should just be let in? Never mind vetting them. I want people vetted. I want you vetted. You sound like a sympathizer for illegals.
No, I'm just saying, like, I mean, most Hispanic people aren't really starving, but at the same time, you know, they're not. The Chicano is not the same as the Puerto Rican. Like, you can't really.
I never said it was. I never said it was. What are you talking about starving? I'm confused, ma'am. I'm confused.
This bitch is on something.
I didn't say
exactly.
I didn't say Puerto Ricans and Chicanos are the same thing. What are you doing?
Nobody said that.
But you never referenced Chicano. Most people don't know what a Chicano is.
I did a show 2 weeks ago about Chicanos and the origins of Chicano in California. Please land your plane. Give us your position. I'm letting you speak. Please tell us your.
Okay,
thoughts.
just like the whole fasting and thing. These people eat pork. These people eat meat. These people, they still need to. There's some cleansing that needs to go through with them before crossing. They need to know how to speak English. Like, they need to have a plan B before they cross over the border. Like, these people are kind of reckless.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
You know,
You said just like the healthy eating and the fasting. That's what you just said, right?
Yes. When you make the
Thank you, ma'am. Good night.
Your kid over. Toss the kid over.
Thank you.
What the fuck does that got
Now,
to
you
do?
see, that was a perk 30. That wasn't a perk 10.
Yeah.
I tried.
Yeah, that's a 40. Perk 40.
I tried. Huh? I give you the last word to land your plane, but don't push the button. I'm a stupid nigga from Jersey. Please don't push the button. Peace. Supreme, good to hear from you, sir. Peace. Hold on a second here. Good God Almighty. Okay. Hi, Nancy. Good to see you. Call in, darling. It's been a while. Destroyer of false prophets, pardon me. Charlie, Crown. Okay, I acknowledge you people here. Hold on. I hate to call people out of their names, but I mean, it's like attacking me or something. What the hell? Hi, Miriam. I thought I saw Janet in the queue. I don't know what happened.
That shit is funny.
Dipped out. There's Janet. Hey, Janet, how are you? I got your emails. Are you okay? Janet.
Hey. Yes, I'm doing fine. Thank you.
Oh, this bitch got the COVID.
All right, how are you?
God is good. Got the COVID.
Okay.
No, she got COVID cancer.
So
You're supposed to say all the time.
Oh, yeah. God's good. Yeah. Come on, man.
24 hours, 24 hours a day.
Come on.
You know?
Where we going?
So, I wanted to go into this Hispanic thing, right?
Please.
So, the Mexicans consider themselves Hispanics, part of the Hispanic population. So that could be anybody, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Venezuelans, what have you, right? So my Cubans, what have you, what I'm getting at is, where are the voices of the diaspora of the Hispanic population in the United States speaking up for their fellow who's Hispanic? Because when they wanted rights, they wanted things, and they wanted to run rampant over the black population, they all got together, and they came together to push down the black man. Yeah, all came together. So what's the gig? Is somebody like, is this, what's going on? Because calling out for the black race to come, which, you know, we love a good party. If you put a couple of barbecue pits out, a couple of smokers out, sure, we'll come. You know, get some Henny, get some Heineken, or some Corona. Yeah,
You got the bud and all
we
that.
ain't got no problem with it. We ain't doing nothing. Look,
Yeah, you want to soak
put it
up
out,
our
let's
energy
have it.
because we make shit
But
live,
my whole
nigga.
thing is, but if I'm gonna fight your fight, where's your brother and your sister? Where's the parents at? Where's the one that told you to call me a NIGGER and equate yourself to the Caucasian man in the United States? Where's the people at that in Puerto Rico right now? Your governor is deporting Dominicans left and right because of their skin color. Let's not get it mixed up. Let's go over there to the island of the Dominican Republic and Haiti, where y'all beating up the Haitians and trying to enslave them because they are a darker hue than you, but you are on the same island. So where are these people at? You know, that you claim you guys to be families. You all up in the jails. They're all making these gang signs. Because I knew 20 years ago the Mexicans was getting together and throwing black people out of their neighborhoods. I spoke up against. I spoke up about it a long time ago, and I kept speaking about it, but nobody heard me because who am I? You know, you're just a little person. Your voice ain't big enough. So now that it's come here, we're here today, and you're saying, well, we need help from the black community. But so you can't find the black community because you ran them out of the house because you wanted to be white in America, and you got together with your cousins, your Cubans, your Venezuelans, your Puerto Ricans, and what have you, and you claimed yourself to be a Caucasian in America.
Yeah.
So now where do we go here? Now, if we come out there, after it's all done, and do I go back to being a nigga? Because the only person that called me a nigga that really meant it was my supervisor when I worked, you know, before I retired. And I went to EEOC on him, and they told me, hey, we'll send him to a class. So, and he was Spanish. So let's talk about it. Cause yeah, I got a big chip on my shoulders because I have been.
I hear it.
I have been. I have been there. I have been, as they call, quote unquote, the victim of racism by Hispanics, deeply. I have seen them when Juneteenth became a holiday. They got mad.
That's right.
They got mad. They told some of us, why y'all taking off? That's not a real holiday. Yeah. And then went on to finish the conversation in Spanish among each other.
How about the Puerto Ricans who every time they hear black people talk about reparations, they talk about we need reparations too?
How?
Yeah. And in the meantime, down in Puerto Rico,
get your reparations from Spain. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Thank you. They pulled the flim flam down in Puerto Rico right now, where they can't even be honest about giving each other a fresh bottle of water during a hurricane. They on the flim flam had all the Dominicans registered, told us they're gonna make sure they stay there in Puerto Rico. As soon as they register, they sent the people out, the ICE people out to get them and deport them from Dominican Republic. So where's this Hispanic family at? Where's this get together at? What's going on? This is happening right now. So when you call us, see, if I get in the fight, may my sister rest in peace. If I was to get in the fight and I get jumped, right? Now my sister she rest in peace. Well, you know, she was on drugs, got off drugs, made a really good living afterwards. Really, really became an outstanding citizen. But I will call her. And she would come no matter where she was. And sometimes she'll bring her little friends from the streets with her. So I was good. So why ain't they doing the same thing? Why ain't they calling their sister and cousins over there in Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, the Cubans? Why you ain't calling? Why you not calling the Colombians? Why you not calling the Venezuelans? Why you not calling them? Why you calling me?
Let me jump in here for a second because you know, when people get up on social media and they cry crocodile tears, they are asking for help, even if they don't necessarily say to a specific community, they are looking for help. But now, Janet, I forget, you're not a Trump supporter, are you? No?
Well, yeah, I voted for him, and you know what? My brother's still mad. And my brother's still mad at me. I did Trump, Biden, Trump.
Pardon me.
And my brother is not really speaking to me to this day because I voted for Trump.
I forgot if you supported Trump or not. Okay, so now, where do we go from here? Because I gave a story earlier. There's a judge out of San Francisco that has temporarily blocked the Trump administration from controlling the National Guards. Of course, they will appeal that. This is according to KTVU. Judge rules Trump must return control of National Guard to Governor Newsom. Can I ask?
Well, that's going to be overturned.
Yeah,
that's going to be overturned because the president has the final word on that.
Yeah. Can I ask you to land your plane? And do you want to mention Ananda Lewis? Were you a fan, supporter, if you will? She's passed away over breast cancer. Janet?
No, I'm sorry. No, because that's during a time when a lot of things was happening in New York, so I really didn't have the television. Okay. But the thing with the governor, well, I have
90s, B, shit was real, B. It was none of that cable TV. Niggas ain't had that TNT,
the thing with
none of that.
The governor, that's going to have to be turned back over to the president because he has every right to call in the National Guard. Now, they say he's calling in the Marines. If he calling in the Marines are not there for the civil protest. The Marines are only there to protect federal buildings and federal employees. Right. That is the extent that they could go. But as far as the National Guard, Donald, the president of the sitting president of the United States has full control. So I don't know what this judge did, and they should know that. But yeah, that's going to happen. The only time that the Marines or any armed forces personnel could take part in a civil action on United States soil against its citizens, if he what's that called when they requisition, I can't even pronounce it right. You know, it's an act that they have to declare in order for the military to get involved. All right.
Thank you, Janet.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you to whoever just sent me an email. A DoorDash driver in Washington pulled a gun on a family over a tip.
Yeah.
You guys up to speed?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Damn, this is what it's come down to?
Yeah.
Where is that video?
First you got nigga in LA, Vegas.
Wait a minute. I gotta find that one.
Had the homie in Vegas.
Hey, salute Rory.
Black man. Yeah.
You see, white boy Rory doesn't just call in and talk crazy. He sends donations. I don't ask him to. And now he has sent some data with regards to when he called in earlier. Hold on a second. Profile unauthorized population. I don't know what this is. Something about. Okay, profile. Oh, profile of the unauthorized population in the United States. Okay. Oh, this is good data. Let me put this in the live chat. Who sent me this? Always First Class Media. Thank you for your email. Let me put this in the live chat here for those who might be interested. Guys, sit tight on the phones. I see a lot of people in the queue. Have you sent in donations? Not that I'm stressing anything, but I don't want to talk to broke people, you know? Just have to be honest with you. Crown, I got your other donation. Thank you, sir. Tiffany, thank you for your research. Let me just thank Tiffany. And thank you, Deeds, as well. Okay, so Deeds sent me this video here. Hold on. Whoa. Whoa. DoorDash drivers came back the next day.
The next day? Huh? How you?
Oddvo, are you out there? Can you break this down? What's going on? This video, well, it was posted 5 days ago. Here we go.
Dramatic confrontation over DoorDash delivery caught on camera. A grandfather says he was forced to step in after police say a DoorDash driver showed up to the family's home with a gun demanding a tip for a grocery delivery the night before. DoorDash fired that driver following the incident. So now we're hearing from the grandfather about the terrifying interaction that he worries is growing more and more common.
K2 Steve Dunn joins us now from the live desk. And Steve, it all started over a tip.
Absolutely right. Anthony Bellino says his daughter ordered about $100 in groceries to their home via DoorDash last Wednesday. She used a SNAP card to pay. Well, the next morning, Anthony says he was sitting down for his breakfast with his daughter and grandkids when they heard a knock at the front door.
My daughter got up to check who it was, as it startled her, and a man stating that he was her DoorDash delivery driver the previous day said he forgot to get his cash tip.
Cash.
Now, he says he could hear the confusion in his daughter's voice and got up to see what was going on. He says his daughter told the driver she did not have cash, but that she would go online and send him a tip. When you pay with Snap, you can't leave a tip. But Bellino says the situation only escalated from there. He says the driver, identified by police as Robert Delahant, stepped into the doorway, refused to leave without getting money. Bellino put his arm in the way, and then things turned physical.
Damn.
As we tussled, at that point, he said, "Oh, it's going to be like that," and he reached behind him.
Oh.
When I saw him reach behind him, I knew that he was going for, some kind of weapon. I wasn't going to wait to find out what that weapon was. I reached around him and ripped the handgun out of his waistband. As soon as I had my hand on that gun, I just, like I stated previously, my heart just sank.
Doorbell camera footage captured what followed then. A push sent
your
the man
gun.
onto the ground.
He took your gun from you. That's crazy. He took your gun. That's your gun.
To call police.
Niggas getting their gun took it online. What the fuck is this?
And while no one
Nigga
was
has gun
seriously
took
hurt,
it. What type of shit is
Bellino
that,
says
blood?
in the last few days he's
What
learned
we
his
doing,
story
man?
is not unique.
Nigga, you got a gun you don't know how to use.
Since
You shouldn't
this
have carried.
incident happened, I have found several
Slam, you make a decent
incidents
bad, Slam.
online. DoorDash delivery drivers assaulting people. Detroit last year in Houston. I keep finding these stories online, and I haven't seen anything done about it as it continues to happen.
He says DoorDash has not reached out to talk about what happened. He also said he plans to improve security at his home and encourages others who use delivery service.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Is that a new trend? DoorDash drivers coming back the next day with handguns for a tip. Area code 910. Good evening. Are you there? We're having a discussion about Latinos crying out for help.
Hey, how you doing, sir? How you doing?
Good. How are you, sir?
Pretty good, man.
I thought it was unmuted.
I was a little tired, man. You had woke me up with that one caller, man, that one female caller.
Yeah, I don't want to go into that, sir. Let's just get right to the topic. Latinos crying out for solidarity. Let's get right
stick to the topic, man. You gotta stay on topic.
Oh, yeah. I just have two things to say about that. Number one, they're going after black people and asking us for help because they pretty much see us as an easy target, and rightfully so, because there's a lot of.
So I can't understand what you're saying. You say you just woke up? They just woke up?
Can you hear me?
You just
Can you
woke
hear me?
Yes, but you just woke up is what you said?
Nah, I was falling asleep for a second. You woke me up with one of your callers.
Can I ask you to go back to sleep? I don't know what you're talking about. Thank you so much. Was it me or was he slurring his speech? Zell donations bottom of the screen.
Tell that nigga go back.
I haven't even played some of the videos that I was trying to play.
That shit is funny.
Israel carrying out attacks on Iran, huh? Blade, did you get the email that I responded to you when you sent me that? What did I say, Blade?
Bring it to Iran.
I said, real
It's
niggas
about to
do
get
real
cracking
things.
out there on the west.
I'm pro-Israel.
About to get cracking, good.
Area code 301.
Man, don't play that.
Good evening. Coming into morning. Are you there? Talking about Latinos. Yes.
Good evening,
Iran
sir.
was
Good
helping
evening.
the
I'm here,
Palestinians.
sir.
Hey, how are you?
We black people should absolutely not stand in solidarity with the Hispanic community, the Latino community, because they seem like they have a lot of turmoil in their own community. Like I said, Latinos for Trump. That's what, especially here in the East Coast, that's what they wanted. In Miami, that's what they wanted. And a lot of the Hispanics and Latinos, when they come to the United States, they want to assimilate to white culture. As one caller had said, he said about there's no crime in these white countries. That's not true. I went to Dublin, Ireland, and I got somebody try to pickpocket me at the hotel I was staying at in Hilton Garden, and it was just crazy. I couldn't believe it. So there's crime all over the world now. So Ireland is not a safe place. They're suffering over there. They don't have a lot of the essential stuff that they need to survive. I mean, COVID really decimated their economy, and they haven't been able to recover. So when resources are scarce, it's common for every country to commit crimes. And so just like it was in the United States, if you go to a place and you try to buy essential items, people hoard them. They don't allow you to get them. So that's just as bad as you getting, well, I wouldn't say just as bad as getting robbed, but it's still, there's a human instinct of survival. So it's
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that the lower tier is being targeted, if you will, almost like stop and frisk used to be in New York? So now we've got, the Latino community crying, because they're being targeted. Meanwhile, blacks have been targeted for centuries in this country. Yes.
Yeah, handle your candy.
Yeah. They're definitely being targeted, but they don't speak out when the higher end say, they want to better their race and their language. I don't know how to say it in the language because obviously I don't speak Spanish. But they have that, and I grew up around a lot of Latinos, and the overall sentiment that I always got from them is they always felt that they were better. Now, the women are a little bit different. The women, they're I feel for them. But the men, absolutely not. We should not stand in any type of solidarity with them because they're the problem. And, they need to leave. They need to leave. Because they when they come here, they think they're better than everybody, and it's just not good. And
I think Hispanic women are more vicious, if you ask me, though.
Word.
Hispanic
That's not
males.
true.
If I had to broad stroke,
bitches is crazy.
Hispanic females.
Yeah, everybody's experience is a little bit different. I think a lot of black women feel the same way, but in my experiences, Hispanic women have always been good to me. And I think that is a lot of the social engineering of negativity is by the men, and they need to stand with themselves, and they need to go fight for themselves, because what Trump is doing, he's right. He's right. We should have done this a long time ago, and like I said, we should not stand in solidarity with them. I feel for their women, but the guys, they're on their own. Thank you, Star.
Thank you, sir. Drew Who got your donation. Thank you, sir. There's a lot of people in the queue. Why are you in the queue so long? 951, good evening. I'm not hurting for anything, but did you send a donation or are you just calling me broke?
Star, why would I not send you a donation? You know this is Evelyn.
Hey, Evelyn, hey.
It is no way. I mean, I'm not even like that.
Evelyn, I have to put your name next to your call. Thank you so much for your continued support. It's getting late. I'm just getting silly. Where do you want to start, Evelyn? Come on, let's go.
Okay, the first thing I want to say is to Ananda Lewis and her family.
Loved her.
Condolences and everything. I remember her. She was as far as I know, a nice woman, on TV and everything.
Very classic.
She had a certain class about her and everything. So condolences to her and her family. Now, let's get to these Mexicans and Hispanics.
Let's go.
First of all, Mexicans, and I know you're gonna say, Star, Evelyn, don't go all the way, but I gotta give it to them, Star.
Let's go.
Mexicans don't know their history. First of all, it was Indians over there. The Spaniard came. That's why you speak Spanish. That's not your language. That's just like English is not our language.
Yeah. Right.
Okay? Don't come over here to the United States thinking you better than us, because you was once slaves too, although you won't admit it. And then you came over here and still was slaves. You was the new niggas. Because, see, niggas went and got them jobs, and let me just say black people. black people went and got them jobs in factories and left from down south and went and got them some education and went to school. Y'all came and wanted to pick these farmers' crops and everything. You wanted to slaughter all their hogs and pigs. You did mostly all the work that the black people was doing. And they used you for that, and they didn't care about you coming across the border. But see, now, when the 80s came, black people slowed down on having babies. Mexicans never did. Okay?
Let me jump in here for a second, Evelyn. And for those who don't know, you're talking about the Spanish conquistador Cortez, who conquered the Aztec Empire, which is now known as Mexico. So,
correct.
So would that be at the root of their issue with African Americans? You know, slave hate. Slaves,
yes, it is.
Slaves hating
yes,
other slaves.
Yes, it is. But I'm gonna tell you, it's tiers of Mexicans here in California. Some Mexicans, they cool with black people. They don't have no problem with them. Then you got some Mexicans, you know, they another generation. They were born here. So they went to school with black people. You understand what I'm saying? They kind of got the feel of them. Now you got these new Mexicans that they came. They think they bet that them put some highlights in their hair and they carrying a Coach purse and got on some Coach glasses and they think they doing something.
Let's go, Evelyn.
See, you ain't doing, you're not doing nothing, okay? Because we was already here. We know all the tricks. That's why you asking us right now. That's why I sent you the text. They can never win without a star. Even what they doing, little things that they got going on across the country, do it look like any of our stuff we ever had going on, Star? Now tell the truth. Do it look like, no, we went for we going for blood and guts.
Talk your talk.
Blood and guts. Okay? No, y'all out there standing out there with signs and all this bull. No. The police, they ain't got no respect for you. Yeah, they pushing you back, because guess what? You not pushing them back. See, if it was some black people out there with you, that's why they want black people out there with them.
Fight.
Black people gonna get it on.
To fight.
All right? You understand me? You push me, I'm gonna push you. You got a billy club, guess what? I'm gonna take your billy club from you and beat your ass with it.
Let's go.
And guess what? You can't send us back to Mexico. Only place you can send us is to jail, the hospital, or the graveyard. That's all you can do. Okay, but guess what? It's another one coming behind us. We're not going to stand for it. We're not going to stand for no ass beatings and ass kickings no more. And I'm not, trust me.
Come on.
I thank God for Martin Luther King. I do. He went through a lot. A whole lot.
Good man.
And a lot of things we wouldn't have if it wasn't for him. But if all them blacks would have got loose down there, because at the time in the South, it was more black people than it was white people. And that's what they was worried about then, and that's what they worried about now. They worried about these Mexicans becoming more than them. Just like Pharaoh did from Moses and his people. He was worried. That's why he wanted them all killed. You wanted them over here to clean all your hotels, to watch all your brats. You wanted them over here to do all your landscaping. You wanted them down here to put all your concrete down. You want them down here to do every type of job it is. Because you gonna pay black people to do that work, and ain't nobody black going back in a field picking nothing. Do you understand that? What they ought to do is sit down and stay at home. Let all their food rot out there in the fields and show them something. See, and then I'm bringing up Martin Luther King again.
Come on.
Martin Luther King had to come out here and set Cesar Chavez on the right track. Him and Dolores Horta. Okay? Had to show them what to do, how to get together. They don't have nobody to do that right now. That's why they saying, I know, I heard one of your callers talking about, oh, we don't need you black people to help us. Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You definitely need it. Cause see, like Janet said, I think it was Janet that said, blood. What was it? Only white people care about bloodshed.
Right.
Okay, and just like that, that police said in Florida.
Oh yeah.
In Brevard County, he talking about he want to kill and send everybody to jail, but he just don't know. Now them black people down there, they are gun holders.
Wayne Ivey, Sheriff Wayne Ivey. Go ahead.
Yeah, they very much so gun holders down there. Okay, probably more than black people out here in California. But I just want to let black people know, get yourself together. You know, get yourself together. Because when they get finished, when ICE get finished with them, all that they can send back that's legal or illegal. Because, see, they don't care. They just picking up Mexicans. They don't care if they legal or not. They sending you, and if you go back over there, we'll work it out later on. Black people is...
Heat St. Cloud, I got your information on the screen. Heat St. Cloud, let me know if you want to call in, send me an email. I'm sorry, Evelyn, I had to acknowledge that man. He's one of my sponsors. Well, listen,
okay.
I appreciate...
He telling me to go. It's fire, baby.
No, I'm letting you spit what you got to say. I was just letting you know I had to acknowledge that sponsor. Go ahead and land your plane. Land your plane. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna land my plane. Watch out for black people. Watch out, because if it can happen to these Mexicans, they gonna want us to go back to these jobs, because ain't no white boy gonna get out there and pick no tomatoes, strawberries, nothing, okay? And they gonna want us to do it. And that's when the fight is gonna really get started, because black people's not going to pick nothing.
I appreciate you, Evelyn. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Star.
Thank you so much. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
See, folks, as long as you can talk, I'll let you talk. Hey, salute to Chavez. I got your donation. I just replied. Jose, I got your donation. Your cash app. Thank you so much. Call Plaque. Who is this? Okay. Is there a video? Guys, can you send me a video? I can't, do a whole lot of reading right now. Wait a minute. This might be a video. Wait a minute. What is this? What is this? Oh, well. We got some type of Hispanic calling a cop a nigger.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Hold on, guys. Let me see if I
And you want our help? The fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
Well, this is just how they speak, You've given them the right to say nigga, so everything, yo, nigga. That's how they talk. I don't know if that was hard though. Guys, sit tight on the phones. King Walker got your donation. Trump starting a race war and win before it starts. Is he starting a race war, sir, or is it a class cleansing, Many of us have been watching the Purge franchise over the years, right? And we want a purge. Can I get an amen in the live chat? Do we or do we not want a purge? Just like the goddamn movie. Thank you for your donation, King Walker. Hold on a second. You folks are sending in cash apps. I appreciate your support. Let me make sure I'm not missing anybody. Gregory, thank you so much. I don't see a message. You've been on hold for a while. Area code 914. Thank you for your patience. Are you there? Yes, sir.
Peace, God.
Peace.
I'm going to just touch on. I'm going to touch on a little history. First of all, California was separated from Mexico because they didn't want to enslave us, and they got California so they could put us in enslavement. And the people that speak Spanish, they call themselves Spanish, are actually enslaved. That's why they speak Spanish, because they were colonized. They were never Spanish. I've only met one Spanish person in 58 years from Spain. They don't even acknowledge the Hondurans, the Colombians, the Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans. All these people that call themselves Spanish have no origin to Spain. They are original people. Thus, we should all get together because we would outnumber them. When they tell you we outnumber them 11 to 1, we're talking about all the original nations and all of the original people. They are descendants of melanated people. They want to act like they're not, but they are melanated people. They get over here and say they're Spanish. You're not Spanish. You speak Spanish. You were forced to speak Spanish. You didn't go.
I've made that clear over the years, sir, and I'm glad that you are also emphasizing that because, you know, people do get lost in terms of their history, and here in America, where, you know, history is not is accepted as it should be, if you ask me. But, you know, hey, it's a different day and time. Who am I to say?
Okay.
Go ahead.
That's in the lessons. That's in the lessons. The devil wants to keep us separated so that we will not think that we're all the same people. He wants to keep us divided because as long as
the white devil or the black devil, sir? Which devil?
Both. Well, the black devil's the worst devil.
Yeah. I was about to say.
Sorry, no kidding. The black devil's the worst devil. Well, agreed. But the Caucasian man,
I don't give a fuck.
He spins us around and has us hating on these people that are just like us.
White man and the black man.
Technically, because they were conquered, colonized, forced into Christianity and Catholicism, they taught a new language, and they never got to speak the real language because most of them are descendants of native, which is indigenous, and there's indigenous people everywhere. Everywhere in the world is indigenous people. We speak two languages, Spanish and English. None of us are English. I'm not British. I'm born in America. I don't know any of my ancestry. I don't know anybody from Africa, but I've been brainwashed and call myself African American. But the thing that I'm saying is, they're not black, but they're not white. They're white, they're not.
Can I jump in, sir? Now don't forget New Eurekan. There's a New Eurekan, which is a derivative of Spanish. That's really broken and anyway, I just wanted to put that on the table. Okay, so are you?
Okay, I just want to add something, right? 58 years ago, when I was, 50 years ago, when I had a Puerto Rican kid in the neighborhood, he was black. He was not talking about he was Spanish. He was black. He hung out with us, and he grew up in black culture, and he never did once say, I'm Puerto Rican. But then when it became masses and masses of them, because they breed more than we do, they became their own separate identity, and they went off and tried to be Eurocentric. You will never be accepted by them. You're not white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. You're not of their lineage. They don't have anything for you. And I want to just touch on the cancer thing because I'm a cancer survivor. Okay. I survived cancer 3 times.
Okay, wow.
And I want to speak out on it. I had it in my hip, of all places. It's called sarcoma, and I had to have my right leg removed. I had it in colon, and I had to have a piece of that removed. And I had it in my lung, and I had to have a piece removed. I want to reach out and tell people, you must get mammograms, and you must get a thing called a PET scan. A PET scan is going to cost you about $20,000 if you don't have any insurance. And that's why a lot of people don't find out until it's too late that they have cancer. A lot of black people don't know I didn't know that my family history. Had I known, I would have been able to process and get the treatment I needed before I had to lose my leg. But your doctor is not going to tell you. If you have it in your lineage,
if I can jump in for a second, because we did a really good research show on cancer and people who take care of loved ones and family members and so on and so forth. Yeah,
Yes.
I was just asking last week, why isn't there mandatory cancer testing in America? And there's not. No state has mandatory cancer testing. But the word I think you're looking for is hereditary, yes?
Hereditary, yes. Hereditary. Genetics.
Yeah.
The reason is because the money is to keep you sick. As long as they keep you sick. I was on 19 medications when I was hospitalized for 4 years until I could get my independence and go back into society. Wow. And now I'm on one
With all due respect, sir.
Not on my own. I take one medication. Yes, sir.
With all due respect, you're cheating death. You're cheating death.
Actual fact. Actual fact. Every day. But you have to exercise, eat right, stay out of the supermarket, because there's nothing in the supermarket that's good for you. Every single aisle is designed to keep you sick. There's only 1 or 2 organic aisles in the supermarket. The rest is designed to keep you sick, because insurance companies make money off of you being sick. But Amanda Lewis said that she was afraid to take any radiation treatment as far as CAT scans. You have to take, if you're a woman of, say, like a childbearing age, you have to get a mammogram. You have to get these tests, because even though you're going to get infected with the radiation, you will get early detection, earlier chance of survival. Like, had I not and I'm gonna step out of this because I'm getting clowned in the chat, but I'm gonna say,
Sir, stop looking in the chat. Stop looking. I know.
All right.
Don't look in there. So if you ain't about that chat life.
All right. The one thing I want to say is this. All right, I took care of people for 30 years.
Don't read the
comments.
comments.
As a nursing assistant and ER tech, whatever. Don't ever think it can't be you or your family member next in a wheelchair. That's all I can tell you. We laugh at these people that get sick and die from cancer.
No, sir. I don't laugh at nobody. Listen,
We're laughing.
Cancer,
People dying cancer.
People don't realize that.
Dickhead niggas that do that stupid
cancer,
shit.
It humbled me, and I took care.
Never thought I would get cancer.
I took care of them.
Never thought I would get cancer.
Niggas laugh at a cop getting ran over or some shit like that. Yeah, we laugh at that.
Yes, sir.
Not somebody in a wheelchair because they got cancer. Come on, bro.
Niggas out here cheating death.
As they should.
Don't cheat death. Meet it head on.
Nah, son. Death is a lie.
It's
like the devil.
Goddamn. People talking, yo, Star, who's gonna take care of you when you get older? Nigga, I'll put the pistol in my mouth. Time to go. Hey, Vera, I got your donation. Thank you, darling. She says, I love the show. Great content. Thank you so much. I don't have my contacts in, but when I see the color with regards to the donations, I just push the button and put it on the screen. Who's this right here? Oh, yeah, Project Aries. Yeah, folks, if you notice, there's no wrenches in the live chat.
That's right. No blocking niggas. That's right.
I'm one of the few people.
Wait till I get my chat pop. Ain't gonna be none of that. I want y'all niggas to go crazy.
Wrenches talking about keeping it real and uncensored. That's no shot to anybody, but some people got more goddamn wrenches in the live chat than they got people watching the fucking show. We want you talking crazy in there.
Yeah.
And if you ain't about that chat life, stay out of there. Don't start emailing me. Somebody's threatening your fucking life. Doing all sorts of crazy shit. The only person, Deeds and Tiffany, they keep eye on the chat just to make sure nobody's like over spamming, doing all that crazy stuff. We want you talking crazy. I'm looking for some Hispanics or some Mexicans. I want you to speak freely. How do you feel about what's going on? Area code 516. Good morning. Latinos crying out for solidarity from the black community. Are you there?
All right, switch the title.
Hello?
Hey there. Good evening.
Hello?
Yo, what's up, shorty?
Hello.
What's up?
Oh, hey, baby.
Speak. All right, get this bitch up out of here, Beasley. Damn, bitch, get that bitch up out of here, man.
To go back to what you're doing.
Yeah, keep sucking his dick. Sucking his dick.
You're smoking Sherm stick.
Yeah.
Okay, you're doing too much. Good night. Bye-bye.
Your ass up out of here. See ya.
Bye-bye, baby.
Skedaddle.
She's calling on one of those Obama phones.
They still got those?
Okay, the word is hello. Area code 678. Good morning. Are you there?
Whoa, whoa, what the
That's
fuck?
too loud. We can't do that.
The vibrator, nigga?
No, we're not doing that. You're driving down
Time
the
it is
highway,
up. About that time, one.
in your hair. Area code 646. Good morning. Latinos
Hey, good morning, Star.
crying out for solidarity from the black community.
Yes. Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Destroyer of false prophets.
Hey,
Respect,
what's
sir.
up, man? Good to hear from you, man.
Yes. Yes. Wow. What a topic. See, that whoever started crying on TV asking blacks for help, they're the ones that got to get deported first. They got to go. Bye. Se van. Bye. My daddy would be rolling over in his grave, telling him, Dad, you know these people asking Morenos for help? Are you kidding me? Did they? Last time I checked, nobody crosses the border to identify as black. Last time I checked, I don't know who these dudes is. They gotta go. They gotta go.
Females too, crying. I played a video earlier. You got some type of Chicano girl. She's crying for help. Crying.
Yeah, that's that NGO money. They gotta go. That's that NGO. That's that George Soros. That's that propaganda. That's the real propaganda.
Right.
That's the real propaganda. Are these people not Catholic? Do they not go to church? Don't they see the murals in church? The devil's black. What's wrong with them?
It's a fact.
What's wrong with them? Seriously. It's ridiculous. That's like me as a Dominican asking a Haitian when I'm hungry, can you feed me?
Ah, that's crazy.
Please. Come on, I'm going there tonight because the truth must be spoken, sir, and I appreciate you giving me the platform.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on, man. What is this?
Come on, Dominican.
Listen.
Yeah. What's up with your people?
My dad used to always say, if you see a white person with a black person, somebody owes somebody money. That's it. That's the only reason why they're together. That's it. And he ain't never lied. He ain't never lied. You know, out here in New York, that's why you know, all you see is, you know, these white liberals. See, we learned, we observed. See, when the whole like what they called it, when the whole thing happened with George Floyd here in New York, a lot of people were out in the streets because, like you said earlier, you know, it was I think one of the gentlemen said cabin fever, and there's one thing we took advantage of that summer was all them taxis, all the TLC cars. Man, we got our insurance money from them because of the riots, quote unquote. Yeah, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. This is you know, Trump has won. You know, when anybody that asks for the black people to help, you know, you've lost. You got to go. You've lost.
Okay.
You've lost. You've lost, and that's the thing. It's like somebody said earlier. Listen, in the East Coast, sit this one out. Sit this one out. Don't come. I think Kamala Harris said it best when she went to South America and told them, "Hey guys, don't come." Yeah, they don't need to come here, and this is why.
Okay. I appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the call.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay. Guys, according to ESPN.com, ex-wide receiver Antonio Brown is being sought on attempted murder charges.
What?
Law enforcement in Miami-Dade County.
You heard that in chat? You heard that? You heard that?
Former NFL wide receiver Antonio Brown on a charge of attempted murder. Okay.
Attempted?
Just said that. Damn.
Fuck you do, Negro.
He's a very oddball.
Attempted. Hope you don't get Tory Lanez, nigga.
Okay, I'm not going to play this one video here, but thank you again, Roy. Roy sent me some good facts. 51% are Mexican, 30% are of other Latino countries. As a whole, they make up over 80%. Timestamp Tiffany, thank you for your
I want to know how that shit over there by Park Ave. I want to know
much.
what that shit look like now.
Something I did want to play here.
Them niggas still over there, but I don't know. The niggas is kind of filthy over there.
Let me play this.
Phew.
Here's another video. Hold on a sec, guys. Let's just see what else is going on in the world and who's upset. People are upset about.
Well, why you have to be with a
actually, you
white
know what?
guy?
I'm sorry. No, pardon me.
What the hell?
Just speak out.
What the hell is this? This ain't got to do with Mexico.
This is an older video. I'm not going to play this. Pardon me. I'm doing too much.
The hell? What the hell?
Got too much going on. Hey, 216. Good morning. Are you there? 216.
Yeah, I'm good. What's going on?
Yes, sir. How are you?
What's up, sir, man? What's going on? First and foremost, R.I.P. to Amanda Lewis. That was 40.
Ananda, not Amanda.
He said Amanda.
Ananda.
He said Amanda.
Ananda. I know too many Amandas. My apologies.
We're going to fuck about them bitches. Talking about
yeah,
Ananda.
growing up as a kid watching TV, I seen it. Hey, man, I had a big old crush on her, man. I wasn't aware that she was going through the cancer situation. Wasn't paying much attention. Rest in peace to her and her family. Now, when it comes to these Hispanics and Mexicans and all that, I keep listening to everybody speak on it, but I'm not hearing people speak on the bigger issue. Why aren't these corporations and the people who are doing these hiring and bringing them here not being prosecuted and being brought up on RICO charges, operating criminal enterprises? Because they're bringing them over here illegally, hiring them, undermining the American worker for wages.
Yeah. That's why
and when
number
they
9
do
said
get
government.
deported, they just come right back. They got to be funded. They ain't got no money to just keep coming back and forth. Somebody's paying for this. Is it these corporations?
Yeah.
Who? That's not being spoke about.
What are your thoughts, sir? What do you think? What do you think?
We know that.
Oh, we already know, man. You got to follow the money.
Okay.
I don't know nobody from a third world country that can just get up and walk thousands of miles. Man, somebody's funding that. Now, is it Walmart or whoever else? I don't know. But if you want to home, they said, what was it? Tom Holton. He said the reason why they executed that warrant that they were already tracking criminal activity of a couple people of interest at that Home Depot. So, safe to say, Home Depot might be in bed with some type of criminal enterprise. You put a RICO case on Diddy. We need to put some RICO cases on these major corporations sitting here funding these things.
That might be in the very near future.
I don't agree with people who have been here 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years who have allowed their visas to expire and never went and got their green card.
Okay.
I do give mad respect to those because most people want to come and earn an honest living and don't want to bother nobody.
You talking about them?
I will be acknowledged
Talking
for
about them illegal
that.
niggas.
Yeah.
But they racist too.
But if you've been here for this long of a time and you haven't renewed or applied, I don't really care if you get deported. Once again.
So you're staying home, sir. You're not getting out there in the streets and getting hit upside the head and
hell no, son.
Throwing bricks.
Man, look,
you ain't doing all that.
I'm from Cleveland. I'm from born and bred Cleveland, Ohio, man. B1 FBA. Hey, this ain't our fight.
Okay.
I'm sitting back eating popcorn, trying to save all the big booty Latino women. I'll save you, baby. Come to me.
I appreciate the call, man. Thank
outside
you.
of that, enjoy.
Yes, sir.
I don't know about that part.
Guys, can I take a break? I don't want to wrap up the show. I do want to take a break and come back and talk a little bit more. Give me 5 minutes, please. 5
Man,
minutes.
I'm out of here,
I'll
BZ.
return.
I'm out of here.
And I see
Fuck
some
out of
of you
here.
in the
Ain't no
queue.
5 minutes.
Just sit tight.
Been here for 2 hours. Later, y'all.
And don't be scared of the cash.